Hey everybody, Tim Norris here, aka GreyElephant, and today I'm going to be playing Nations the Dice game. Now this is going to be a solo experiment in that this game does have a solo variant. So I thought maybe I'd show you guys how that works, because I know we got some solo gamers out there, and I do plan on filming a live play, but between Carmen and I as well. But, for you guys that maybe you sometimes want to value a game based upon how well the solo variant works, well, I'm going to give you a taste of that, plus with the live play between Carmen and I. So it does work a little bit differently. Of course, I could sit here and try to explain it. You guys wouldn't understand a single thing. So, as usual, let's just dive in. Alright, so here's how the game looks all set up, and this is for the single player mode. This is my player board right here, and I get 5 dice. 1 die basically represents each one of these little squares, just so you know. And that'll make more sense as to why I said that here in just a minute. I get a reroll token and a gold token. Over here is the score tracker, and basically I don't really need his token, I just need to keep track of mine. I start out on 0, obviously. Up here is to track our books. I like to think of it as, your nation's knowledge. And whoever leads on this at the end of each round is going to score 2 victory points. So I need to make sure I keep pace with him and beat him on that. It's very important, because that could be possibly 8 points, because there are a total of 4 rounds. And that is a big deal, in my opinion. What I do is I'm going to fill up all 9 of these columns here. Now, I will not fill up the 4th column. And that's only used if you're playing with 4 players. So why don't I do that now? I'll flip these tiles over, and then I'll explain how the tiles actually work and how you collect them. Oh, good. Hey, that ain't too bad. I like getting that right off the bat, because gold can be pretty valuable in this game, to be honest with you. You really need it to be able to buy some of these tougher tiles, because the higher up you go on these columns, or these rows here, the more expensive things can become. So what this is saying is that it's times 1, times 2, times 3. Whatever's listed right here on the left side of the tile, that's what it's multiplying by. So 1 times a gold piece is how much it costs to be able to get this tile. And if you do, then you put it on your player board. In this case, I would put this right here, because this is a wonder, and I know that because it's got the brown border. And you can always just match on your player board. And what I have to do then is I have to spend 2 stone to be able to build this. If I do, I slide it off, and then I'm going to get the bonus at the bottom, which would be an additional gold token right here, plus 2 victory points at the end of the game. This here will give me a gold die, a blue die. Gold die are good for rolling food and gold. Blue die are good for rolling stone and books. And then red die are good for rolling combat, and then there's food on them too, but mainly combat. Another gold token, a book token, a reroll token, and that's pretty much it. So, and whenever you gain one of these, the yellow ones here, they're always going to go over here, and you're going to get that token. And then if you ever take another one, and what they are, they're called, I believe, advisors. If you ever take another one, you would replace it and put it there, but then you would lose that token. So you'd lose the advisor's ability, but you'd gain the new one. So like if there was a double reroll on another advisor, well, that's still better in the long run, right? So, all right, so let's see. These are lands, and whenever you conquer them, you're going to get those little tokens. So I just need 2 daggers, and I conquered that. And then these blue ones will go down onto my player board, and whenever they do, it replaces whatever's there. So a white die, I would lose the white die, but then I would gain the other color die, which the color dice are better value anyways. So what I do now is I'm going to flip over a tile here, and this is going to be kind of like end of the round bonus scoring you can do. And whenever I do that, depending on what round it is, I'm going to roll that many excuse me, blue dice. Now, for however many books that pop up on this die, that's how many spaces he's going to move up. So you can only imagine once I get to the 4th round, I'll be rolling 4 of these. And if you notice, he could possibly get up to 12 spaces on the knowledge track there. And that's kind of a big deal. Let's hope he gets nothing, though. And, of course, he got 3 books. Why not? So that will move him up 3 spaces on here. So I don't know why we both started on the 1. It's kind of silly. I mean, we're even. So anyways, I now am going to start my turn, and I'm going to roll all 5 of my dice. And wow, of course, I did not get any gold, because why would I want gold? I mean, let's face it. I mean, gold is just so overrated. I mean, you just need it for practically everything in this game. So that's good I didn't get any. Whatever.
So obviously I'm being forced to do something here that I'd rather not, and that's just spin my token right away to be able to get this tile right here. And I'm going to put that on my player board. But of course, once again, I cover that up, which means I'm going to have to lose one of my white dice that I was hoping to be able to spin to be able to buy that. But, you know, that would be too easy. I'll just get rid of this white die here. I do get the yellow one, but I get to re-roll this automatically or right away and get to use it this round as well. So my chances are I'll probably roll 2 food. And of course I rolled a single food. So this game hates me. It hates me very badly. It does not want me to get gold, obviously, because let's face it, on this die there's like a bazillion chances to get gold. And each one of these white die, there's 2 gold sides, but I haven't rolled a single gold yet. So now that I've performed an action, I roll this die here, and I'll explain how that works. I look at the bottom, whatever number that is the column that I look at, which is column 4, so nothing's going to happen in this case. Now let's say if I would have rolled a 3, I would go to the column 3, and I would destroy the cheapest tile, which would be this one right here. So, and in this case, if it was like column 2, I would destroy this tile here. Alright, so this is like the absolute worst round I've ever had so far, so fantastic. I'm going to have to spend my reroll token now, and I think I might keep 1 food because that will give me a victory point at the end of this round. I don't know if that's really worth it or not at this stage. Yeah, I'll just keep it. Okay, and then I'm going to reroll all these, and let's hope I can actually get some gold this time. Oh gee, 1 gold, thank you so very much. And that is all I got, was 1 freaking piece of gold. My God, this game hates me. All right, because I performed an action, I roll this, and it is a 2, which means that now this tile is gone. It's been destroyed, but like it matters because I can't roll gold anyways. So, yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to get it no matter what. So I am going to spend... Jiminy Cricket, man. I'm going to have to spend my gold to be able to get this blue one here. And I will have to get rid of this. Usually what you want to do is you want to use a white one to be able to spend on it, and then move it down into here because it's your spent area, and then destroy the one you just spent, and then you're basically kind of getting a free die. But no, that would be just way too darn easy for me. So this has got the books and stone on it, so chances are I'm going to roll 2 stone and no books. And what did I tell you? That's just the way it works for me, and that's just the way the game is going to roll, obviously. So I did perform an action. Let's roll this die, and it is the number 3 column, which means that this tile is now going to be gone. Well, I've used up both my tokens. I've spent that. I can't roll diddly squat. One thing you can do is you can substitute 2 dice to represent anything other than a book or a knife. So let me say that again right here. 2 dice can be traded for 1 gold, 1 stone, or 1 food, but that's it. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to spend 2 dice. I'll represent a gold, and I'll buy this wander right here and place it onto my player board. Now, once again, I performed an action, so it is his turn, and 4, so that means nothing happened. Now what I can do is I can spin the 2 stone and go and activate that. That means it moves over here to the side because I've now built this, and I get a gold token. So let's grab a gold token. We'll put it on to my player board right there. Ain't going to be worth anything this round because whatever. And I rolled a 2, which means this one is gone right here. So now, let's see. I could try to keep going. There's really nothing I can do, to be honest with you, because there's nothing for me to buy here. And I've only got 1 die left because the rolling absolutely sucks. So that would end my round. Now, whenever a round ends, the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to look to see how many book tokens that each player has. Well, I got none, and he's already moved up, so therefore I'm not going to score. He'll probably... Here, let's just give him 2 points just to show how bad I'm probably going to get beat by the NP player because I can't roll. The next thing you're going to do is, well, it's actually right here. Why don't we just go step by step? Produce and score books, okay? The next thing we would do, that's what we just did. And then we would do Famine. Now, Famine is when we look at the top of this, and that's the bonus here. If you do have 1, which I do, food token, and that would give me 1 victory point. So I'll get 1 victory point for that. The next thing we would do is we're going to do player order, which that's not necessary right now. Then we would do war. War means that would be the bottom part of this, and in this case I do not have any swords left over, so I will not get that 1 victory point. All right, so that was pretty pathetic first round, right? I mean, I scored a whopping 1 point. Well, technically I did get 2 more from that, but still, that was absolutely horrendous. And that's the way dice games work sometimes. I mean, let's face it, any game that has dice in the title, I mean, you just got to know it's just going to be random like that, and you're just going to have to deal with it. So I'm going to put those back on there. Let's draw the next one for him. Now, it does mean we're going to have to roll 2 blue dice, so that means he's probably going to move up 6 on the books now, right? No, denied. He rolled 2 stones, so you're not moving at all, mister. Not this time. So let's pull down our tiles now for me, and let's hope that I don't get hosed over this time on the dice, which, yeah, let's, I've rolled, what, 5 times or so now, and rolled 1 piece of gold out of all of that. I mean, it's pretty darn pathetic if you ask me. All right, so there's all my tiles. We got that set up. So what I do now is I refresh all my dice and all my tokens as well, and then I roll my dice again. And well, at least I did get a couple of pieces of gold this time. So well, it seems to me like it makes sense to either go for this or for this. I think this makes much more sense. So I'm going to spin my die. And I'm going to get this tile right here, and I'm going to place it on my player board, and that means I destroy a white die. Good part is I can destroy this one. But I'm going to get it right back, so I get a white and a gold one. So let's grab that, and then I get to re-roll them immediately and add them to my pool. Seriously, my God, seriously. Oh, boy, oh, boy. But that was an action, so that means he goes. So he destroyed the number 3, which will be now this one right here. And we'll just place it back up there on top. All right, so let's see. I can't roll a sword to save my life, and which means that I can't get that, and that would be a piece of cake to get too. So let's go for that one. So let's spend a gold, and we'll grab this wonder here, and we'll see if we can build it and try to get that knife token, and maybe I can get that pretty easy. But I will need 2 stone for that, and I've only got 1 at the moment. So, all right, let's roll and see. Nothing happened. He rolled a 4. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I do have 2 gold tokens, and I see that that would be, well, gold can't buy that. I need combat for that. Let me think. I would like to just try to get this thing right here. That would be the easiest. I think I'm going to grab this thing right here. So I'm going to spend both these gold tokens, and I'm going to take this one right here. And I'm going to place it on my player board right there. I will spin this die to be able to do that with. Well, destroy it, basically. And then I'll take both of these here, and then I'll re-roll them. All right, so that gave me the stone, more than enough stone that I needed. Of course, that was an action. That means he goes. And he rolled a 3, which means that he's destroyed this one now. We'll just place it back up there. All right. So now I've got all the stone I need. So I'll spend the 2 stone to be able to build this thing. And that means I get a knife token, combat token. So I will put that right there. Of course, that was an action, so that means he goes again. And he'll destroy the number 2, which is this one. All right, which is fine because I wanted that. So I will spend the combat token to take this now. And basically, this is just a conquered region, so I put it there, but I do get that benefit, which is a little gold token. And I'll place it right there. And of course, that's an action. So he rolled a 2, which now will destroy this one. Goody goody, I got one thing I could possibly get, which is 3 gold, which I do have at least. So 1, 2, and 3. And I can obtain this now, which this is Anna, and she is going to give me 2 reroll tokens. So reroll tokens are pretty valuable, to be honest. And because there's nothing else for him to destroy, well, then he can't destroy, so that's kind of good. Now, I do have 2 food, which is good because I can meet the requirements for that. I don't think there's any way I'll get 2 swords. In fact, I know I can't get 2 swords. There's no sense in rolling more food than what's necessary, so I think I'll just take these 2, put them over there to the side, and then I'm going to spend one of my rerolls to reroll both of these. Well, actually, this one here to see if I can get some books. And, of course, 2 stone. So let's do it again. There we go. That's what I was looking for. All right. So that would end this round because there's nothing for me to do, and I've decided I'm going to pass. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to produce and score books. So that's listed right there. I get 4. So let's move me up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm in the lead now, which, by the way, gives me 2 points because I am in the lead on knowledge now. Okay, next we will do famine. So I have my 2 food I needed, so that will score me 2 more points because that's these 2 right here. So I've done all that basically now. Next we will do the player order, which ain't necessary, and then we'll do war, which I have no swords, so we're not going to worry about that. Okay, so that would end up ending this round, so we'll go into the 3rd round. So all these tiles are already cleared. Let's pull off his and let's roll for his thing. Oops, get that out of the way. Get out of there. So I'll put that there. Now we'll roll 3 dice for him and see how many books he gets. Stone, stone, and stone. Yep, I like that. About time things are rolling in my favor, right? So these little tiles are extremely valuable, these little things. You don't realize that when you're probably first playing the game because you're just like, oh, I need dice. It's a dice. Ooh, that's nice, by the way. It's a dice game. I need all the dice I could possibly get. And that is right. I mean, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, you will find them little tiles, man, they are just so invaluable. And they end up helping you out so much, especially these reroll ones. I mean, you saw, you know, if it wasn't for those, I wouldn't have gotten all them books. So very, very valuable. So, all right, so he's all set up and everything. Let's roll my dice, and we got this round and one more. And oh, there we go, jackpot, baby. That's what I've been looking for. Where you been this whole game? Geesh, now I got all the gold I could possibly freaking use, man. And then we got some books, and we got a knife. All right, so let's think. So if I use, let's grab something on the bottom row first. And I am thinking I would like this one right here to possibly get more gold. Possibly, because I like I like stone. I really like stone as well. I'm going to do that instead. So I'm going to spend a gold to get this one. And that will destroy this one. Give me 2 blue ones. And let's roll them. And I got 4 stone, which this could be good. And if there's any wonders out there, there's only 1. I need to make sure I grab that. Please don't roll a 2. Don't roll a 2. Don't roll a 2. Whew, that was close. Okay, so he ended up destroying this one, which still kind of sucks because I would have liked that one. So, all right. Let's see. I want this right here, which cost 1 gold. I will just spend this and bring that over to here because that'll be a piece of cake for me to do. I got all the stone that I could possibly use for that. So, to his turn. 3, which I didn't really need that, to be honest. She's 1 victory point, which would have been nice, but I'm not too concerned about losing. The fact that I'll lose that ability is not a big deal. Now, I've already got this taken care of. I don't need to do that right away because there's no other wonders out here that I need to be stressed out about trying to grab. So I could look at now, do I want to try to maybe get some red dice to get some extra combat? I can try to get this extra even more blue dice, which that's not a terrible idea. What do I want to do? What I want to do first, though, is I want to try to spend a white die first because I don't necessarily... I want to spend this and this, and I am going to grab this one right here, and that will give me a book token, plus it'll be a victory point for at the end of the game. So a book token basically is just that. I mean, it'll kick in at the end of the round, and you just gain a knowledge. Of course, that was an action, so let's roll for him, which is a 2 this time. Ah, crap. That was probably going to be the next thing I went for. Or not. I don't know. Who knows? So let's see. I can now spend... Let's go 3 gold. Do I want to do that yet? Man, I really don't have an option, to be honest with you. Unless I did rerolls. I don't know if I want to do that yet. Man, he's just killing all these tiles off, which really stinks because if he didn't, I could be rolling in a lot of good stuff right now. That's a permanent stone, and that is pretty cool. I would like that, but I don't have any daggers, and I don't want to have to spend the extra dice just to try to get them, to be honest. It's kind of annoying. If there was more wonders out here, God, that'd be so much better. All right, so I need 3 stone for that, so I'll just spend both these blue and move that over to there. And that'll give me a permanent food token. So let's bring that down now. And of course, let's roll for him. And he got a 3. And of course, he destroys this. Because he's a big piece of crap. Jeez. Okay, so now I will spin the gold die. And I think I will grab this one right here because that was 3 dice. So what I'm going to do, now I could destroy that or that. It makes more sense to do this one, doesn't it? So that'll get rid of one of my blue, but then I'll get, here, we can just put it on top. It's not that big of a deal. But I'll get 2 blue in return. So I'll just take this one and roll them. Give me books, baby. Or we'll throw you on the floor. So books. There we go. 3 books. That's perfect. So that should do me well, because I'll have a total of 5 I'll move up on the books. But the problem is I got the stone and stuff still. Oh, by the way, that was an action. And of course, he's not doing nothing. I need to get that if I can. The only way I could get it is if I do a reroll. But the problem is I need 3 knives. I don't even have the capacity to get 3 knives, to be honest, because he destroyed the red one, the red tiles. And, if I could have gotten a red die, I could have just rerolled until I got that, and then possibly then I could have obtained that, which would have been nice, victory point and a stone, but as it stands, I really don't have anything I can do. I've got, I need the food. Okay, so I need to try to get 3 food. So there's no food on this, but there are books, so let's use, I've got 1 food, 2 food, so I just need 1 more food between, 1 book and then food between this. So I'll use a reroll, and let's reroll those. And we got exactly, this is good. This is good. So that'll give me kind of what I want. And then, of course, we could roll for him if we want, but it doesn't matter. I'm done anyway, so we'll just put that up there. All right, so what I'm going to do now, we'll just go by the little thingy, my bob here, which says we'll produce and score books. So I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. So let's move me up 7 on this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which means then I do score 2 points for that. Then we'll do famine, which I do have the necessary food, 1, 2, 3, and that'll score all this stuff now. I do not have the war because I have no swords, and we're not going to do player orders, so that's not a big deal. All right, so let's refresh everything. So let's move all these tokens back up to here. And then we're going to go into the final round, the 4th round, and then hopefully I've got a lot of stone here. Maybe I can try to build several of these wonders, this round before he destroys them too fast. So speaking of that, let's set out the tiles. Let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, flip, and 1 more. So let's flip these things over, see what they are. Okay, no wonders at the top. Okay, I'm starting to get worried here. Oh, there's one. Okay, and that's a 7-pointer. Okay, and come on, give me wonders. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This game hates me. I mean, that's just the bottom line. This game hates me. I needed several of these. I mean, that's why I got all these blue dice. All right, so it is the 4th round. Let's get rid of this thing. Let's put out another one of these. And that, of course, means we also roll 4 blue dice. We'll just roll mine. And however many books, that's how much he moves up. Ha ha ha, he doesn't move up any. But that also means I don't need to worry about books. So I'm pretty well solid the fact that I'm going to make 2 victory points this round. All right, so let's roll all these and let's see what I get. All right, and let's try to transfer them over to here. Don't drop them, that'd be embarrassing. And there we go. Lots of stone, lots of stone. I want to get as many victory points as I can before he destroys these. I could spend 1 gold and grab that, and that would give me, but I would lose my 2 rerolls, and I don't like that. Oh man, oh man, oh man. All right, let's just try to be fast about this. Let's spend 2 gold and get that. So, and let's hope he doesn't destroy too much during this process. All right, now let's roll for him. Roll a 4, roll a 4. A 3, dagnabbit, that's what I was going to go for next. So he destroyed that. You stink, stink, stink. I need 5 stone to be able to do that. I've got that taken care of with all that. Transfer that over for 7 points. Let's roll for him. 2. Dagnabbit. He's killing off the easy ones, man. All right, next. I want this one right here. That would cost me 2 more gold. I can do that, no problem. Let's grab this one here. That's going to be 3 stone, which I don't have. Let's roll for him. And quit destroying stuff. Okay, so put that up there. That's the last wonder that's on the board. I wanted to race to get both them wonders as quick as I could. I accomplished that. Now, I just need to make sure I get 1 stone. I'm going to get that. I'm not too worried about it. But let's try to grab some of these other tiles before he destroys those. So let's just spend 1 gold, and we'll grab this one. And let's see, where do we want to place that? Because I'm going to lose that die. It doesn't matter because I've already lost that one. So, and then that'll be basically just a victory point at the end of the game. All right, so of course that means we roll for him. And he rolled a 3, and there's nothing in the 3 column, so I'm safe. All right. I would need 5 food and 4 swords to be able to get that. That will be hard-pressed for me to do. I thought I had a food token. I do have 2 food. I'd have to get 3 more. There's nothing on here that'll give me food or anything, so that's probably not going to end up happening. I really don't need books. I need to re-roll is what I am thinking. So let's re-roll all 3 of these. So we'll perform a re-roll action. Yeah, that's not going to be very helpful. So let's roll for him. And of course he destroyed this one, which I could have gotten now. I need to grab that. So I'm just going to spend 2 gold and 1 gold. And I'll just grab this here, and we will put it here, and we'll just replace both these blue dice. No big deal. And then, of course, roll for him. And, okay, so I would need 3 swords to be able to get that. I've got 2 swords here. I could use both of these, but I need... I can't do that. Dang it, dang it, dang it. I will not be able to do it. There's no way. Because I'd rather have this. It's worth 4 points. So... Fudge. Oh well. All right. Is what it is. So let's perform a reroll, and let's reroll both of these. And I've got the stone I needed, so that's good. Okay, and then we'll roll for him, and he can have that for all I care. I'm not going to be able to get it, so. But that's enough stone needed now for me to build this here. So we'll place that down at this row here. That would be it. I do have a gold and book. I could move up on my book one. Let's go ahead and do that. I did not score any of these with the, because I don't have enough. I mean, let's be honest, not even close. But I am leading on that, so that is worth 2 more points. So I'm at 12. Now all I do is I just go across my board and I score whatever victory points they're listed here in the corner. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 21 plus 12 is 36. So 36 points. That would make me... I am a Wu-Zedian. Whatever the heck that's supposed to be. But whatever a Wu-Zedian is, that is me. And I am so proud to be that. So I hope that gave you guys a grand idea, though, on how the solo game works for Nations the Dice game. That is actually my highest score I've ever gotten, which is funny because I started out so crappy, too. But it all came together there towards the end.
Alright, so that is the solo variant for Nations the Dice game, and I still think it's pretty fun. Of course, like I said, though, as I'm playing, I mean, this game really comes down to the luck of the dice, or the luck of the roll. But you know what? Like I said, it's implied in the title of the game. Nations, the Dice Game. As soon as dice is inserted into there, you know it's random. You're not always going to get what you want. And no matter how much you strategize, luck will always be a factor no matter what. But 36 points, I mean, hey, 50 is like when you're a Trojan. I mean, that is like the best you could possibly do. So I was only 14 points away from that. I've not even come close to that. 36 has been my highest. I'm glad I caught that on camera. And hopefully I did everything correct. It's a fairly straightforward and simple game. And I do like it. I do like it for the solo play. Now, I don't know if I would buy it just for the solo play. Because, you know, you got games like this. You think about Imperial Settlers. Imperial Settlers is more meaty and much more meaningful decisions, where this one has more randomness involved. I mean, Imperial Settlers has no dice. It's all just a matter of how you control your cards and your resources, where this one, it does come down to, oh boy, come on, I need a gold, or I need a sword, you know, and am I going to get lucky enough to roll that? But that doesn't mean I dislike one or like one better than the other. It's just this one is a lot lighter than the Imperial Settler solo play. So if you're looking for that, yeah, I think this could be your brand. But if you don't want the randomness, then yeah, you might want to stay away. Either which way, hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, we do plan on doing a live play between Carmen and I, and we'll go head-to-head to see whose nation is superior. And the two-player game is very similar to what you just experienced, with the exception you don't roll the die and remove any tiles. We will just only have the 3 columns of tiles, and we'll be both purchasing them back and forth and then building our empire and our dice pool based upon that, and of course our little tokens. But anyways, so until then, I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.